Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the YouTube Real Estate channel. Covers all things GTA and tries its very, very best to bring you weekly content. Again, haven't been doing that lately because I've been chasing around a toddler and a newborn, both of which are either misbehaving or sick at some point or another. My apologies, but I feel like I have a very good one for you today. As you can tell from the title of the video, we're going to take a look at some fake offers in the industry, something you can do about it as a consumer, and look at what may be some falling prices going forward across the Greater Toronto area. Hello, everybody, and thanks for tuning back in. It's me, Rob Marsiglio. I'm a real estate sales representative with Keller Williams Referred Urban. I'm out here in Durham region helping the great people of Durham, but I do work all over the GTA, and I like to try my best to bring you weekly real estate stats, kind of what is going on in our market. Today, let's get right into it, talking about fake offers and a big story that came out of Montreal. 2 Quebec real estate brokers under investigation for submitting bogus bids on homes. A pair of real estate brokers have had their contracts terminated by RE/MAX and are also under investigation by their professional order. Realtors are Christine Girard and Jonathan Dauphiné Fortin. La Presse investigation revealed they allegedly had friends and family members submit bogus offers on homes they were selling to create a sense of competition among legitimate buyers to drive up prices. Now, according to La Presse, in at least one instance, Girard and Dauphiné Fortin had a friend submit a lowball offer to scare a prospective buyer into unnecessarily upping his bid by $40,000. If you hang around Twitter circles or are on social media reading about Toronto real estate, you know, this is a concern I think people have kind of legitimately had for the last little bit. You go into an offer night situation and really you have no idea about the offers you are up against. Really, as a registered sales representative, my job is to tell you on an offer night as a buyer how many offers you're up against, and then to let your agent know whether or not my office is bringing another offer or somebody from your agent's office is bringing another offer, just to deal with multiple representation. But we can't say anything else about the substance of these offers, which makes it honestly a little too easy to submit fake offers, really drive up this fake sense of urgency, fake competition on a property, and make you want to bid a little more. Fortunately, and for kind of all the crap that RICO takes, this is something that they do take very seriously. So I just want to show you quickly what you can do as a consumer if you have any maybe suspicions that you've been the victim of a kind of bogus offer or any just really shady dealings by your sales representative, exactly what you can do to file a complaint, address these issues. Because RICO's not going to do anything unless they know what is going on. So here we are. You're going to want to go to rico.on.ca, and there's a section to file a complaint. You can click on it right on the side over here, file a complaint about your broker. The other cool thing that this site has is look up a salesperson or brokerage. So before you start your home search or home selling journey with me, go on, check me out. You can look me right up here. All my information about registration, expiry, all that good stuff is here, as well as any other conditions that I may have on my registration or discipline history in the past. And you can do this for any registered sales representative in Ontario. So it's a great first step maybe to take, look up your realtor, make sure that this is clean, make sure this is actually a page that they are a registered sales representative. A couple more resources to help you in your home buying or selling journey. But enough of that, let's take a quick look at what prices are doing, what kind of buyer sentiment is doing. As again, I alluded to in the title, we have some potentially falling home prices. So to start, let's take a look at this chart. I brought it up in my last video, and what I've been doing is I've really been warning people that come May, we are in May now, as I record this, it is the 24th of May, we have a few days left. More than likely, the median sale price of a freehold property in the GTA is going to be more this May than it was last May. So year over year prices are going to be up again. I'm expecting a lot of narratives to come out about the invincibility of the Toronto housing market. So this is a quick check-in to see how things are going. And based on my calculations, we are indeed still on track to kind of peak probably in May is my guess for the spring market, at least in prices. But again, by about $40,000 more this May than last May. That's kind of where we're seeing the median sale price of a freehold property across the Greater Toronto area. And again, this is for all of Toronto, Durham, York, Halton, and Peel. It's really not that strange to see prices peak in May. So the kind of bolded red line is what we've seen in 2023 so far. So you can see that 2023 has kind of outperformed both the median number and the average number for the median sale price. going back to 2008. But you can see also that these numbers do tend to peak in around May before falling off into August, having a second hump in October, which isn't usually as much as the May hump. So that's why I'm thinking that what we are seeing right now is more than likely going to be peak pricing for 2023. What happens down the road, who really knows? And to dig in just a little bit more, this is kind of for the same area. This is a weekly look. I have an asterisk beside week 20 because the 20th week of the year wasn't complete, the data collection. But you can see that this is our median sale price in this black line. Kind of a steady increase, I would say, all the way up until week 17, week 18. And this is the last week of April, first week of May. So the prices, actually, my apologies, peaked at around $1.3 million and have kind of stayed flat / trending downwards. And it's the first time that we've seen multiple weeks in a row where prices are either flat or trending down. Every other week it's been kind of a drop followed by a bump, drop followed by a bump. We haven't seen kind of 3 weeks straight of flat or declining prices yet. Pretty normal seasonally, just an indicator that could have peaked. We may have peaked, and we may start to see kind of falling median sale prices across the GTA going forward. And one more thing just to touch on the prices and why it's not a surprise that we see prices peak in May. This is months of inventory, and it's kind of percent change from the month prior. So we have a big jump in months of inventory every year from December to January. And then inventory really contracts usually through March and February in a normal year. It's not until April that we'd expect to see inventory start to build back up, over this 0% change. In 2023, things stayed a little tighter, and that's why we saw, I think, prices accelerate at a faster rate than we're used to. But so far in May, it looks like we're kind of getting back to kind of seasonal building up of that month over month inventory. This building of inventory that we see seasonally is another indicator as to why I think prices have more than likely peaked for the year in May. Not a guarantee, remains to be seen, but that's just kind of what I'm seeing on my end. And then the last indicator I want to look at is I just want to take a look at kind of a buyer sentiment check. We're going to see how many showings per new listings we are getting across a few different market segments, Toronto, then we're going to go Durham, York, and Peel on the next chart. And we're going to compare average showings per new listing through the year so far to where we are at right now. Just kind of get a gauge as to, is the market slower than it was? Is it picking up? Like, what is going on? Here is our average gray line for Toronto freehold properties. You can see that for 3 weeks in a row now, we've kind of been below the average. And what really kind of picked the average up was early in the year, this hot market, lower inventory markets. We've kind of seen some of these slower weeks of the year on a per new listing basis happen in the past few weeks. Condos, again, almost the opposite. They started off the year pretty slow. They've performed closer to average, if not a little bit better for the last couple months. But that's just what I'm seeing on a showings per new listing side in the Toronto freeholding condo markets. And here, this one's a little bit messier, but in the suburbs, I think there's more signs of things really slowing down. And you can see that for the past 3 weeks, these have all been kind of trending below their average of showing per new listing, just meaning I think there's a little less interest, a little less urgency in the suburbs than there was at least earlier in the year. And this is something I'd expect to see continue through the summertime as people start to enjoy the few months of nice weather that we get in this part of the world. So that's everything I got for you this week. Again, the fake offers, check the links in the bio below to file any complaints if you feel like you have been wronged. Again, I think it's super important for the consumer to report these things so that it can be brought to RICO's attention so they can do as much as possible to help rectify these issues. We also touched on prices and why I feel like we may have peaked in the last couple of weeks in prices, and I wouldn't be surprised to see that median sale price come down across the GTA, at least going through the summer, probably into the fall. If you enjoyed the charts that I shared today, this is my chance to kind of explain them and talk about them a little bit, but I do share them kind of on a daily. I'm a little more consistent over on Twitter. So hop onto Twitter, follow me over there, just kind of keep up to date with what is going on with months of inventory, any other interesting trends that I am seeing. I try to keep it up to date over there as well. Thanks so much for sticking with me for another week. I hope to see you next week. As we've learned, no guarantees from this channel, but I really do hope you're getting some good value out of the videos I am sharing with you. Until we speak again, please stay safe and cheers. Hey there, I really appreciate you watching this video all the way to the end. If you enjoyed it, I've got another video for you right here on the screen. And, while you're here, maybe just click on my face, subscribe to. I don't want you to miss anything going forward.